Afternoon, everyone. It's good to be here once again. I hope you are having a blessed day. I really do. And if you're not, I hope it becomes one. Even if it's raining like it is in the area that I'm in at the moment. No, not Seattle. I know that's the old, I don't know what sentence I was going to use. But anyways, the title of the video is pretty self-explanatory, and I'm pretty sure if this gets a wide audience, a wider one than I usually have, I'm going to get a lot of hate for it. Because, well, I expect it. And not because I want to be hated. I don't mind being hated. What did Jesus say? You will be persecuted because of me. And I'm okay with that. Not a problem. I have never had the desire to be of this world. I'm in the world. I have to be, but not of this world. So what does the title of this video say? The Pope is not infallible. In fact, he is not chosen by God. Ooh, that's gonna rile some people up. That's gonna rile some folks up. It's gonna rile a lot of people up. And if you really think that, and here's the thing, I know a lot of Catholics, maybe not as many as you do, and maybe more than someone else. But it's amazing how they can never agree. They say, oh no, the Pope's not infallible. And then other people say, yeah, he's infallible. And then if you point out different popes, well, that was different. That was different. Well, what about when that pope did this? Well, that's not really true. The pope didn't know. You know, boy, I tell you, a lot of things happen throughout the Catholic Church. Really bad stuff. So if they were really chosen by God, how did they not see it? How did that happen? I'm just saying, the persecutions, the crusades, the Catholic Church, I know what you're saying to yourself. Like, figures, another Protestant coming along. Here's the thing, I guess in the world view, in the Catholic view, that I could probably be a Protestant. However, I am not a Protestant. I don't consider myself one, even though I would come from the Reformation, blah, blah, blah. I got you. We can get in that discussion another time. But I am in no church building. Not a single one. I don't go to a church building. But Stephen, you're forsaking the assembly of others. No. I actually, in my travels, I come across people in my travels and have a conversation. It's fantastic. Some are fake, but you know they're kind of like, and then the others are kind of halfway there. But anyways, so I'm not forsaking the assembly of others. Not at all. Not at all. There's a lot fewer of me and the types of me, I'm the proper sentence here, followers of the Bible, yep, sola scriptura, oh you betcha, there are fewer of us out there. If you think 4 billion people are going to go to heaven, you're sorely mistaken. Please tell me where that's in the Bible. Show me the scripture without going to Maccabees or Tobit or, well, that would be a Tobit, but anyways. That's what happens, and that's another thing. They'll quote you from those places, but not nowhere else. But that's another story. And I'm rambling on. I apologize. I'm noticing it's getting rainier, and I didn't expect it to get a little rainier as I was driving. I thought it was just a sprinkle here. He's been a failure all throughout time. All throughout time. I mean, let's look at the fact. Let's just take one example, and I'm going to be giving tidbits along the way, many different videos, because I know it's hard to sit still for a long study. It really is, and I get it. We are an ADD society, or ADD, I couldn't even say ADDHD, and people go, I can't believe you made fun of those people. Well, I am diagnosed with it since I was a kid. I think it's a blessing. I can do a lot of things at one time. I may not get them all done right away, but I can start them all. We have to understand who is the author of confusion and who is not. God is not the author of confusion, is he? So when you have all these errors and mistakes, and I was going back to, I think his name is Pope Innocent the First. Let's talk about the perpetual virginity of Mary. Give me a break. So I'm going to need scripture on that. Some might even go into James, and I don't know why you would go there for that doesn't say anything about her being a perpetual virgin. So anyways, Pope Innocent the First, I was going to say neglected, yeah, rejected that. But then it became doctrine later on with Pope. So, if they're infallible, which we know they're not infallible, they're definitely full of failures, you have to explain those things. Why one Pope says that I'm for it and one says they're against it. And some will probably say, in my opinion, I don't know if this is going to happen, but Pope Innocent, because he was, and I believe he was the longest reigning Pope out of all of them since Peter, 1846 to 1873. Someone could correct me on those numbers, I apologize. But the longest reigning one, or second longest reigning since Peter, who was not the Pope. Yep, go ahead, kick me for that too. Let's do it. I got no problem with it. See, I can handle the discussion. I'm not going to hate you afterwards. I'm not going to yell at you and scream at you and lose my mind over it. I'm not going to do that. And that's what happens with folks like this. And let me just add this in. Catholic people, there are a lot of nice, good Catholic people. There really is. They're very nice. There's a lot of there's some really mean and angry ones too. That's weird too. You don't see that. See, I've noticed in the Baptist churches, you don't see angry Baptists other than, they get all fired up, but you don't see them mad and they just want everybody to, die and go to hell and be anathematized and blah, 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 blah. You don't see that. I wonder if those faces I just made, that'll be my screenshot for the video itself. I don't know how, I think YouTube does it on purpose, I'm telling you. I really do. Excuse me. But they're not like that. They're like the professional Christians, and they're very professional about things. Like, hey, I've got my suit on, very nice. And I'm going off pace. I'm in one of those crazy moods today. I got 1,000 things going on up here. Remember I talked about ADD? I got 1,000 things I want to talk about. Okay, maybe it's not 1,000, but you know what I'm saying. But the perpetual virginity, we're just dealing with that one, and when it's a small tidbit. You got two different popes. You got more than two different popes disagreeing. Pope is the longest pope going on. Yes, he was, considered himself a prisoner in the Vatican or whatever, because he lost the papal states to the Kingdom of Italy. But don't worry, they get things back because Mussolini, the great Catholic, very, I was gonna say highly rewarded. The Pope loved him. The Catholics, he's the greatest thing ever. Mussolini, beautiful. I believe one Pope or one cardinal or bishop or something like that talked about how great this man was. This is what we need. He is what the Catholic Church is. Look back at that, huh? I'm like, yikes. I'm like, he's what the Catholic Church is? You sure? And I would have to say, yes. But again, with the Catholic folks, really nice. They're being misled. And not all Catholics know. And when Catholics are confronted with some of this, they are quick to reject it. They won't even hear it. They won't even hear it. Much like Baptists for a long time. I know, picking up Baptists too. A lot of stuff there with the Southern Convention, Southern Baptist Convention. I always get confused. Even at the Bob Jones University with their scandals. What's the other one I'm thinking of? Jack Hiles. And they'll be quick to reject it, and they'll say, well, he did a lot of good, though. It's always a justification. Oh, my camera's bounced up and down. I hit some speed bumps back there. But again, I'm going off track, and I apologize. Long video on it. I'm probably gonna make 20 million of them tonight, the way I'm at tonight. I'm riled up today. He's not infallible. The Pope was not chosen by God. No way, no how. He's elected by other people. And if he was chosen by God, we wouldn't have had as many mistakes. But he's got free will. But he's chosen by God, right? He's infallible. Infallible. It was said in the First Vatican Council. It was said in the Second Vatican Council. And some people go, oh, Second Vatican changed the First Vatican. I'd like to know where exactly how many things were changed there. A lot of things stayed the same. And one of them was the Pope is infallible. Yeah, the Pope, and Gregory, and Innocent II, and all just infallible. In fact, I think under Pope Innocent I, was when it first became infallible. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, let me know. And I know the perpetual virginity started, what, in the medieval times? Wow, can talk. 1100, 1200, somewhere in there. I'm aware of that. But even, I believe, August of Hippo, or whatever his name is, talked about it in the 4th century, 3rd century. Sometimes I get my dates mixed up. I apologize when you go that far back. So, yeah, the point of the story that I've rambled on because other things are running through my head because I got a million things I want to talk about is the Pope is in no way infallible, and he is not chosen by God, and Catholics are led by a sad robe. And how can you follow something when it ever changes, and it keeps on changing, and a new catechism book comes out, and a new pamphlet? I've got the Baltimore catechisms at home, and the old ones, and it's amazing the old stuff. And it just changes. Oh, well, that was wrong. Oh, this is right. Oh, that's wrong. So you have to start thinking, well, not all the popes were made by God. Then, all right, well, then you have to take out all the things that were created by those popes in that time that was wrong. But you won't do it. But here's the thing that hasn't changed. The scriptures. Yes, I knew in the new perversions they do, yes. The scriptures are still there. They're still there. And I want you to fact check me, by the way. And this video is going much longer than I wanted. It's 11 minutes already in. This, fact check me. I tell people, fact check your pastors, your priests, your rabbis, all of it. You know, it's amazing how we will fact check politicians like you wouldn't believe. But we don't fact check our spiritual leaders. Amazing how that works. Fact check what I'm saying. Go look up Pope Innocent I. Learn about him. Learn about, I believe he may or may not have been involved with the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. I know that's old news, and yet we don't talk about it. It was connected to the Pope. Even Lincoln said it. Even Lincoln wrote a letter. He wrote a letter also. So he wrote it. He knew. And he said that the Jesuits were going to try to kill him. I think it's in the museum down there, Ford's Theater or something like that. He said it. Maybe that's not the letter I'm thinking of, but he said it. His own words. It's amazing how that works. He thought the Pope was going to kill him. Andrew Jackson, another one. They tried to kill him. He said to his aides that he felt that they were trying to kill him. Strange. Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna let this video go. And I covered a bunch of different things in this. This should have been an hour video. But at the end of the day, the Pope is not infallible. He's not chosen by God. I'm really gonna start going and kicking this a lot more with really just facts from people that were there. You know what I mean? We could talk about people. Well, you weren't there even. Go by the letters of those who were written. Go by the letters of the cardinal that wrote how great Mussolini was. Go by the one that there was a couple of the bishops there saying Hitler was a good man. Then you get the Pact of Rome. Okay, I'm going too far in. I apologize. But why would you follow anything that is wrought with confusion, lies, deception? And we'll get into other denominations, but as you all know, the Roman Catholic Church is the largest problem we have. And for the Catholics who watch this video, I love you. And I think a lot of you are very good people. You're really good people, but even you should know, nowhere in the Bible does it say, just because you're a good person and a nice person, that you're going to heaven. There's only one way through. It's not through Mary. And we're going to get into that too eventually. Some of it's old news, but I'm just going to be another one of the people out there who are going after Roman Catholics. It's not I'm going after Roman Catholics. I'm going after a lot of denominations. And I'm gonna point it out, because how can I call myself a ministry if I'm going to be, I don't want to tread too hard on this or that. Everything is based on Scripture. What does the Bible say? doesn't follow the Bible. That's it. God bless. I love you. And have a beautiful day.